Hi guys, welcome to my shop. Today I'm trying to fix my shaper here that I just bought, which was having a broken gear. Gear is coming from the ratchet mechanism from the vertical movement of the table. Unfortunately there were five or six missing teeth. So the broken side of the cog, the broken teeth were only in this area. So I've been welding yesterday. I was using some welding sticks. I was advised by the shop that sold me the welding sticks that due to the fact that the gear is hardened, that I have to use the first welding layer, some electrodes for some welding sticks for stainless steel. That's okay, that's what I was doing yesterday. And the second layer is it was welded using a tough electrodes. I don't know the name in English. So I was told that the second layer can be machined only using Wolfram or tungsten tool, carbide tool. So that's what I'm trying to do today. I will be using a mill, a very small mill. I don't know yet how I will fix in the milling machine the gear, to restore the gears. Anyway, it's 26 teeth. The distance between, which is not that important, the distance between two teeth is somewhere at 3.7 millimeters, 3.8. Anyway, the only carbide tool that I own is 4 millimeters. Anyway, this gear is coming from the ratchet mechanism. If you see, the shape of the tooth is squared, so it's not that important. It's coming from the vertical movement of the table. It's not that important if the distance between two consecutive teeth is 3.8 or 4 millimeters. Anyway, I will be using a 4 millimeter tool. So I've been machined the welding part to the nominal diameter. The OD was reduced, so the gear is prepared to be machined. In order to fix it in the shaft that is mounted, an MK2 shaft that was mounted in the rotary table, I was turning and I was turning this part. I've been making two keyways to adapt the gear on the rotary table. So the setup here to machine the teeth on the ratchet mechanism, a gear, is actually a rotary table. The shaft is MK2 shaft. This is a very small rotary table, which was a line yeah, it's good enough. Now for the vertical alignment, I'm trying to move the table to find the highest spot on my shaft. Which is here. Okay, now I'm moving the table to figure out if the shaft is well aligned, and yeah, we are somewhere in 5/1000ths of a millimeter, which is maybe 6/1000ths. Because there's not enough space to touch, I'm looking to find the center of the part. Because there's not enough space to touch the shaft itself, I'll be touching this, which is quite enough. Zero on DRO, set Y. Now I'm touching the other part and dividing by 2. table to 0 is gonna be the center of the part. Where the milling machine shaft is exactly on the center, but we have to find the center, right, the center between two consecutive tooth. So I couldn't find a better method than touching with a sheet of gauge and to mark the hole in the dividing plate, then touch the other tooth, mark the hole in the dividing plate, and of course I was dividing the number of holes. I will be dividing the number of holes by 2. This should be straight on the center. I just put a mark on the dividing plate, and then I'm going to be touching the other tooth. Of course, every time we have to compensate the dividing rotary table backlash. It is it is 22 holes, so I have somehow divide. Anyway, I will take the closest, one of the closest hole in the middle, so after 11 holes. Okay, the gear has 26 teeth, so in order to be able to index 26 teeth, we have to use the 39 holes disc, and between two consecutive teeth we have 3 full turns plus 18 more holes. So I adjusted the rotary table. Now we are right in the middle of the hole, as I showed before. So we are going 1, 2, 3 plus 18. And now we should be dead on the second tooth. Three more turns. One, two, 3 and another 18 holes. And we should be dead on the other. Yeah. Okay, everything is already set up. We are taking the first pass. I'm in 1/10 of a millimeter, and the speed is somewhere at 600 RPM. I'm using a 4-flute mill carbide. I'm increasing the speed. I'm going in 1.5 more tenths of a millimeter. Okay, it looks fine. I'm feeding another 2 more tenths of a millimeter. Speed is about 800 RPM. This is the last pass. Okay. We are going to the next gap, which is so I have to unlock the table. Which is 1, 2, 3, and 18. Good. We are locking the table again. And I'm going for the second cut. Okay, it looks fine. We are going to the third card now. So, okay, forgot to unlock it again. So we are going 1, 2, 3, and 18. Table is locked. Ready for the cut. Okay, for the final cut, I wanted to show you how I'm using the rotary table and the milling from a different perspective. So I'm now unlocking the table, the rotary table. We are right after the last, we have only one cut to go. After unlocking the table, I have to prepare for the 18 hole turns. So remember, it's 3 full turns plus 80 more holes. 1, 2, 3 plus 18. Okay, now I am locking the table again. The full setup should be as rigid as possible. So for the first cut, I am setting up the vertical direction to 0, yeah, and then enter 4 tenths of a millimeter. Okay, I'm locking the vertical sliding, turning on motion. After the first pass, going in more, let's say 4 more tenths of a millimeter. is 2.2. Final pass was the right cut. Okay, let me take the part out and I will show you the final repairing. Okay. Okay, so this is the final cut. This was the final cut. I just found out that I have to mill this part as well. I forgot to take a pass here. After the last pass in the milling machine, I decided to turn it on a lathe. Just a small touch, and this is the final repair. So if you already saw, it's not that difficult to use even a small milling machine. If you really enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I'm hardly waiting for my next video to show you how I'm mounting this gear in the shaper machine and to check if it's really working or not. Bye, YouTubers!